What is up, everybody? I'm back with my challenge recaps. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it when the episode happened on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Have some time right now. Going to quickly get this done. I know, again, I'm late, but I still wanted to recap it. I want to do this as many times as I can because I just love this show. What I do here is I look at the main three things from the last episode. And if you remember, and I know you remember because we got a lot of hits on the previous episode because people wanted to know about Josh and Fessy. End of the episode, Fessy kind of throws a little Heisman stiff arm at Josh and taps him on the chin. Fessy said later that he mostly meant to like push Josh in the body. Fessy, you have good hand-eye coordination. I'm not so sure about that one. Um, and so that's where we left off the last episode. We lead into the next episode, and Fessy definitely had to go home. TJ had to share the bad news. TJ was most disappointed in Josh, though, I think. He was just like, Josh, you're an embarrassment, dude. You need to stop. He also let Esther off. Esther threw the drink at in Amanda's face. I'm sorry, Amanda. I keep calling her Amanda. In Amber B's face, and I feel like that was like maybe the most disrespectful thing that happened. But Esther did not, I guess, get violent or touch anybody, invade. She did invade her space, so kind of interesting that Esther got a warning. Fessy had to go home, and Josh just got like the super disappointed dad look from TJ. It was Josh was a really bad look. Like, this dude cannot handle his emotions whatsoever, which kind of makes him an intriguing um an intriguing reality TV character. But gosh, who would like to have to deal with that on a daily basis? So what happens is without Fessy, Esther is now kind of on an island by herself. And when it comes to voting somebody in deliberation, how about let's not get any blood on our hands and let's just vote Esther in because she doesn't have a partner. She threw a drink in Amber B's face. And so let's just vote her in. Her and Fessy get voted in. Fessy's not there, so it's just Esther gets voted in. Emmy, who we saw last week, who sings, she performed. She has a music video out. She wanted to go in. She wanted to vote herself in. She wanted to ask everybody to go in. The agency was Casey and Emmanuel. She and Emmanuel are close. She went to tell him, like, dude, I want to go in there because I am a rookie. I'm paired with another rookie. I'm going to go in anyways. And this way, if I win, if I beat Esther, I can pick a vet so that I'm safe. I won't be just automatically thrown in. So Berna was actually trying to talk Casey into putting Amber B in. Berna doesn't like Amber B because, Amber B makes a lot of things about herself, and she was on Johnny Bananas' podcast, and we'll bring up Bananas here in a second because I just found some information about our favorite Johnny Bananas. Amber B, just a lot of people dislike her for some reason. Probably some of it is because she is very pretty and she's, there's pictures out there of her in probably gets paid to show her face and to get pictures taken of her. But Berna, what I realized is that, even though these folks are rookies on the challenge, they're veterans in the other games. So when it comes to something like Survivor, there's the Berna understands the politicalness of this game. So I think she probably saw Emmy as somebody who she could depend on, or somebody who she could maybe even trust. And so it's like, well, let me try and get Amber B thrown in there. Amber B didn't apologize for creating this situation with Fessy and Josh, and let's get her in. They didn't take the bait. Emmy decided they decided for Emmy to go in. So it's Emmy and Esther in the hall brawl in the elimination. And surprisingly, I guess I would say surprisingly, because I fully thought Esther was going to win this Hall Brawl. Emmy wins, and she steals CT, who she keeps calling Uncle CT. And this Hall Brawl wasn't the Hall Brawl that we're sort of used to, where, you have to sort of clash into each other and then run to the end and ring the bell. Instead, they had to clash into each other, and then they had to climb in the little fenced area that they're in, and then ring a bell up top. So it wasn't really even a speed thing. It was more or less like once I get past this person, I have to quickly jump and climb the fence and ring the bell. So what happens is when she takes CT, now Berna, who was just kind of trying to not let Emmy get thrown in, and Amber B wanted Amber B thrown in. Now she's pissed off at Emmy. And she's just like calling her out when she wins this elimination and steals CT, as if this is not part of the game. But now Berna knows that. She's like, oh gosh, I'm paired with Huey, which means next week I'm going in no matter what. For her, it should be a dude, so Huey might have to go back in as a dude's elimination. But yeah, so she has no control over it being paired with a fellow rookie. MTV, how about next year? We don't have so many damn rookies. Like, the season doesn't even feel like it's started yet because there's no strategy whatsoever. It's just anybody who's paired up with a rookie, rookies, they just automatically go in. So I mentioned, and I'm going to get out of here in a couple minutes. We're going to actually be on time this time. My goal is 10 minutes with these shows. Wanted to share this information, which I just found while searching the internet for something else. um, and I was looking for a photo from this past week, but there's not. MTV's website is not great. But I did find this information out, which is interesting and unfortunate because I really like them as a couple. So, as you can see, the headline says the challenges Johnny Bananas and Morgan Willett break up. Now, Morgan, I believe Morgan was on the One Big Brother Over the Top season. I think she won it. Did she win it? That's the One Big Brother season I haven't watched fully. It's kind of just, it's on the app, the Paramount app, and I've watched like a couple episodes. I need to go back and watch it because I'm a giant Big Brother fan, which works for the challenge because a lot of Big Brother people on it. So the challenge is Johnny Bananas and Morgan Willett break up, and it sounds like there was some mistrust or distrust going on here. Morgan is the one who broke the news. She shared the exclusive statement to E! News. It definitely sounds like something happened because they'd recently gone out on vacation together. And if you scroll down, she had been posting on Instagram, and said, let's see. She said, I leave today for family vacation to Maui, and I felt like I would be a total fraud if I went about posting smiling, happy, and fun stories because deep down, that is not how I truly feel. It's times like these where I wonder if life would be easier if my life was not in such a public setting so I could decipher my own feelings without the pressure of what people may think or conclude. Well, Morgan, you could have just not shared anything. You could have just gone a little dark on the Instagram there. But yeah, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if, you know, something happened between the two of them that caused her to be betrayed. She said she was feeling sad and betrayed. So yeah, we'll see what happens with if Johnny comes out. He's doing the podcast on the Ringer. He's got his own podcast, Death, Taxes, and Bananas, which is very entertaining. He just recently interviewed Fessy and Amber B. So yeah, that's going to be it from here. We will see what happens next week. I'm actually very happy with these short 1-hour episodes where when you fast forward through commercials, they're like 44 minutes. The previous ones were like an hour and a half, so they're a little bit longer. Fight Game Media, if you want to check out If you want to check out our recaps of the challenge, every Thursday, the recap of the Wednesday show goes up, and you can also see here. If you want to follow our Patreon, Fight Game Media, at patreon.com/Fight Game Media. So that's it from here. We will see you next.